All right. Hey, guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. I'm here with my buddy Joey Martin
Hey,
in
buddy.
another episode of Champion Sports Talk. How
All
are you?
right. Ready to get it.
That's right. Well, we are, thanks for tuning in. As always, we are driven by Sango GMC. My buddy Mark Sanguinetti over there. Go see him. He's a good guy. And we are live from I always have to look down for this. It's a Playmaker Sportsbook Bar and Grill. The beautiful Playmaker Sportsbook Bar and Grill at Magnolia Bluff Casino. We're always honored that they host us, and they got a great setup for us here. And we just thank y'all for tuning in with us this morning. We want to thank all of our awesome partners who make it possible for us to do this and all the things that we do in the Miss Lou. Make sure to follow Miss Lou Champion Spotlight and Concordia Sentinel.
Absolutely.
That's right. So let's kind of dive in, Joey. I got my Sentinel that I get every week.
All right.
Let's talk about some of the headlines this week. Before we get going real quick, I want to shout out my girl Mia Drain over at ACCS. Got her first home run this week, so I wanted to shout her out. But what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, we'll start with softball. First of all, I want to make a clarification. I am not the adopted son of Sean and Leanne Toohey. And furthermore, Leanne Toohey did not call plays for Hugh Freeze at Briarcrest.
She didn't.
No,
okay. Breaking news.
Got the Oscar for it, but hey. Anyway, going into softball.
He's coming in hot with jokes this morning. I like that.
ACCS Lady Rebels, they're 7-4 right now. Of course, under first-year coach Savannah Book.
Okay.
Junior varsity team is 8-0, so that says a lot of good things about the future at AC. They lost to a good Centerville team 9-7 Tuesday. And I talked to Savannah this morning, and she feels good about where the Lady Rebels are right now. You know, saying they have had some ups and downs, and they're still trying to find that right combination, right lineup. But, man, I tell you what, 7-4, I don't think a lot of people would have expected that. And now over at Cathedral, the Green Wave are 7-2, having a really good year. And Craig Beasley has stacked his schedule to where they can be ready for district, which starts Monday against Copiah. And Cathedral lost to two-time defending state champion Brookhaven 4-3. Lily Crum pitched a great game for the Green Wave, and she struck out 11 batters and only allowed 4 hits, 8 2/3 innings. So, yeah, it's saying a lot. So
I'm trying to think of what classification Lily would be in. She's young.
She's young.
Yeah,
she may be a sophomore. Yeah,
I think they've got a pretty young team.
They are young, and Craig's doing a great job with them. And they can make some noise in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think we talked about it last week. I'm pretty sure a lot of those girls have played together for a while, and that's kind of the magic that you get when you start getting into the high school years.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's exciting. He'll have them ready.
And I've talked to both Savannah and Craig about joining our show next month, maybe before the playoffs. And get their thoughts on that.
Yeah, let's do it. We want to. We definitely want to highlight the girls out there.
Absolutely.
They deserve it being out in this heat.
Just as hot for them as it is football. Yeah.
Yeah. What else is going on?
Well, we've been talking. Of course, we're going to have Josh West later in the show about Vidalia having to cancel the Jamboree. The Sicily Island game will not be played at Vidalia as scheduled. Right now, it's looking like either Sicily Island or LaSalle.
Okay, so they still aren't settled on that.
Has a new principal, a new head football coach, Brandon Sims, and it's. I think they're just trying to sort things out and see what's best, and it'll be interesting either way. I know Vidalia will be ready.
Okay.
And it's just a shame because this will be the third time in 4 years Jamboree has been canceled, and I mean seniors have only played in one Jamboree, and that's
almost unbelievable.
It was unavoidable with COVID. And by the way, I hear COVID's coming back.
Oh no! Don't tell me that.
I know. I talked to Nikisha Smith at Trinity. She said they had a couple of cases last week, but the good thing is they were able to send them right home. It's not the long-term thing it used to be.
Okay.
But anyway, so it's COVID in 2020. Then it rained like crazy last year, right before the Jamboree. They had to cancel it, and now they've canceled on this one. So, and the two of them were really avoidable. And Camo Construction is doing a great job with the fields. It's just they should have allowed them to do it earlier. So
Well, hopefully, whenever it's all said and done, hopefully it'll be a beautiful field. And moving forward, be a great field to play on. I think Faraday's got the new field.
Right. And Mike Grantham was telling me both.
We've got Cleothas Cummings coming on
right,
here in a little bit too. So.
They're both going to have new goalposts with pads around them, Trojans and Vikings on them. So it's going to be nice.
Back when my buddy Ryan Bowles used to kick, they didn't have to have goalposts because he was always so far off. It didn't matter if they had goalposts or not. He's going to get mad at me for that.
Kicking it into the back of the center, you know, hey.
That's an old Coach Faircloth story right there that he told me.
Exactly.
So, and then I'm looking right here on the front page. By the way, get your Sentinel. Pick up your Sentinel every week.
Appreciate it.
I love it, man. I love sitting down with all the technology in the world. I like to sit my phone down and get the papers.
Awesome.
It's one of my favorite. It's truly one of my favorite times of the week to sit down and go old school and just read a physical paper. I love it.
And a shameless plug, we've got our football section next week, and the feature is going to be on the 2003 Vidalia team that went undefeated all the way to semifinals. And man, that has been fun talking to those guys.
Is that the West St. John year?
West St. John, yeah, lost to them. And if they would have played,
that was Ryan and them that was playing on that team, I believe.
That was Tony Hawkins.
Tony Hawkins,
yeah, that group.
Yeah,
Matt Henson, Brett Henson, Graham Roberts.
Okay, yeah.
Michael Randall was a heck of a running back. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and yeah, we'll get into some of that too. Coach Faircloth, of course, got great stories from them.
That team, that West St. John team, if I'm not mistaken, I may be exaggerating a little bit, but I think they might have had like 7 players that went on to play Division I or something like that, including the number 3 pick of the NFL draft, which was Tyson Jackson.
Right, yeah, 2 go
that went to
pros.
LSU. Yeah,
Quinn Johnson.
Yeah, he's a big boy, fullback.
That Patrick Jackson, who went to Tech, he was a heck of a running back. Just a bunch of stuff.
I was at that game. I went to that ball game.
Yeah, it was. And Vidalia got that early interception, and like, whoa.
Yeah.
But 4th and 1, they couldn't convert it, and just kind of turned then.
Yeah, that was a tough game, but I mean, I remember leaving really proud of how I'm a Vidalia High boy, and I remember leaving pretty proud of them.
And the thing about it though, Ronnie, and I believe this fully, and every player believes it, if they would have been in a different bracket, played Sterlington, they would at least got to the Dome.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you just good memory, great team. Yeah, one of the better teams I think that Coach Faircloth probably had. I think he'll tell you the same thing. He said that's
one of the best team, and I emphasize team.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things about talking to all these players. Every one of them, the camaraderie, we all got along, that nobody wanted to be the star. You don't see that nowadays. The chemistry was just great.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, we got a couple of coaches coming on here in a little bit. Josh West from Vidalia and CC from Faraday High.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully these guys can it's a job to try to get young men to buy into team now.
Absolutely.
I think that our 6 area teams have good leaders. Like I said last week, I think leaders of men, your football coaches, but at this age, you're also trying to turn these guys from boys to young men.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, they've got a job on their hands, but I think that we've got some good guys in place to do it.
And you got to mention the AC kicked off last week.
Yeah.
And man, they beat Bowling Green 41-2, but it was only 7-2 at halftime, and they just looked terrible at first half. I talked to David Monday. I said, okay, I've heard stories about you in the locker room at halftime. I've heard stories about Stanley in the locker room at halftime. Stanley Smith is defensive coordinator. How much paint was left on that wall when y'all got through? And he said, not much. I think they got their attention.
Now, I think my buddy Adrian came out with a kick return. Is that right?
That sparked him in the second half. Sure did. Adrian Walker.
Yeah, he used to run. He used to be a running back in junior high, and man, he was a player.
Yeah, they got some athletes.
They get the ball as he gets older, and he's a dangerous weapon.
I think
he's just an athlete. They can put him anywhere.
Exactly. They got about only 5 or 6 seniors, so a lot of good times ahead for the AC program.
I see right here Mr. Davis joining Delta Charter.
Patrick Davis coming over from Natchez High, and he's going to be an assistant coach. They actually brought him in for basketball because Blake Wheeler has lost 3 assistants. He's going to help with football as well.
Okay. I taught Patrick's son in my program, my Project Search program that we did. This is my 2nd year of it now, but Patrick Jr. was one of my first year students, but we call them interns in that program. and I got to know him and Miss Davis well, and good family.
Yeah,
good guys.
So great addition to Delta Charter.
Yeah, Delta Charter got a good one on that. He's got a great smile. And Chip over at Sports Center was telling me Patrick Jr. is working over there now, and Chip was telling me that I think Mr. Patrick's brother or cousin or somebody that's from Natchez played for LSU basketball back in the day.
Okay.
I can't remember who it was, but yeah, he's got somebody that played basketball.
So athletic family. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
and Cathedral kicks off.
Cathedral's got who are they?
They're going to Central Hines in Raymond.
Okay.
So that'll be their first game under Josh Loy. So it's going to be a challenge. I think they got beat by Central Hines 30-8 last year, but we'll see what Josh can do. He saw good and bad things in their jamboree against Clinton Christian last week, but they worked on those things.
What were some of the takeaways from that?
He just said we had too many pre-snap penalties, which you're going to have that, and his offense was sluggish the first quarter. They picked it up in the second quarter, so
yeah,
I think they'll be competitive. Really do.
Yeah, and while we're waiting on Dustin.
I think it's Natchez High playing at Franklin County, and they moved that game to 7:30 because of the heat.
Where's that going to be?
That's at Franklin.
That's
County.
At Franklin County. Okay, and that's this coming up week 2.
That's tomorrow night.
So we've got Cathedral starting, we've got Natchez High starting,
and AC playing their second.
game, and then the next week Vidalia will join in and Delta Charter.
Vidalia won't because they canceled their jamboree. Faraday is going to Delhi, and so is
Vidalia is getting a later start than everybody else. Okay.
Which is a shame because new coach, and you like to get the jitters out.
Yeah.
Against live competition.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will. I think what we'll do now is we'll take our first little break, and we'll bring Coach Cleotis Cummings on for our segment. Talk a little Faraday High.
Absolutely.
So
good deal.
All right. You ready, man? Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. I want to tell you about our awesome partners, J.E. Hicks Distributing Company, also known as Hicks Chicks. Hicks Chicks is a local, family-owned food distribution company that has been serving the Miss Lou since 1945. You already know they serve all of your favorite restaurants, but did you know they are also open to the public? Hicks has a variety of food products, including delicious heat and eat options like chicken and dumplings, white bean chicken chili, lasagna, and gumbo. They also carry a wide variety of seafood options like shrimp, crabs, tuna steaks, salmon, and catfish. And don't forget about their famous TNT burgers that are already pattied up for you and their amazing dessert options. So go see the awesome team at Hicks Chicks at 1380 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Natchez. Hicks Chicks, way more than just chicken.
Welcome to your new hospital, Trinity Medical. Located in Faraday, Trinity Medical is the only acute care facility in the Tri-Parish area. Here you will find an active pursuit of holistic health, a strong, honest group of clinicians, and a consciousness of others that transcends the 80,000 square feet committed to you and your loved ones. Trinity Medical. People you know, caring for people you love.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. We're out at our awesome partners, Greg Veterinarian Clinic, and we are in the back in the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. I'm standing in the Magnolia Bell Suite, which is one of 5 elite boarding suites available to your 4-legged furry friends when you travel this summer. Each suite comes with a private bed, flat screen TV, 24/7 video monitoring, and a sliding door so your pet feels like they're home. They provide one-on-one walking and activities in a fenced-in private backyard. So call Greg Vet Hospital today and request your pet suite at the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. They'll leave the light on for you. Call Gregg Veterinary Hospital today. All right, guys, we are back from beautiful Playmaker Sportsbook Bar and Grill, and we are joined with Faraday High coach Cleothas Cummings. We were just laughing during the commercial break about how it feels to get old and things start hurting. Huh?
Yeah.
So we're gonna catch Joey one day.
Yeah.
Good luck.
No, Joey got a spread on him.
Joey got a little. He's got a fucked up with it. That's right, man. Well,
yeah, you just wait about 20 years. I'll come back to you.
Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you joining us, and we're excited to have you here. Talk a little Faraday High football. And Joey, I'll kind of let you start us out here.
Sure. Of course, Cleothas played at Faraday. He coached there 2012 to 2014.
Yeah.
And you actually were Stanley replaced you, and then you come back and you replace Stanley.
Yeah.
So how is it different? How are you a different coach now than when you coached, say, in 2012 to 2014?
Well, prior to that, I actually started in 2002, just volunteering. You know, you learn a lot through the course of the years you put in, learning from different coaches, learning the way that they coach, you know, and things like that. And you pick up the good and the bad. And, you know, in my experience after the first go around, I have a lot more understanding of what it is to actually be a head coach. You know, it was we wanted to win, we tried to win. Back then we actually turned the page the 2014-15 school year. And unfortunately, you know, things come up and gotta move along. So you know, God blessed me with another opportunity. I think it's a reason why, you know, I'm able to come back this go around with a different mindset.
And you talked about the different coaches you work with. Was there any in particular that you kind of copied or wanted to use their ways? Or?
Well, not copied, Joe. I'd say being taught how to look at things in different aspects. You know, Coach Freddie Harrison. I come from his tree too. Coach Mack, you know, Benny Vault, all those guys, you know, all of them have different characteristics, but Coach Harrison actually took me on a professional development, you know, for coaching, and that's something that I've never experienced. But we went to bar, sat down with Coach Shavers, you know, a long time veteran of Louisiana high school football. And he just broke it down like, what are you coaching, offensive, defense? And at the time, I was the defensive coordinator. So he's like, hey, we're gonna make it simple. Line 5 up, let the rest play, you know, in the back end, and you tag how you want to tag it. And that's kind of like how we built off of what we do.
And Freddie's now the principal at Lake Charles College Prep.
Lake Charles College Prep. He done moved on up.
He has.
So talking about your coaching style, what would you, I guess a couple of questions. Would you consider yourself more of an offensive guy or a defensive guy? And then after that, what is your philosophy overall?
By nature, defense is my passion. But learning, you know, after being a defensive coordinator so long, you have, which I've learned how, you know, offense is just a counterpart of the defense. So once you understand defense, to me it's kind of easy to set up an offense to defeat.
Because you know what to
look for.
Yeah, that's right. And then what would you say your philosophy is as far as your overall style of football?
Discipline, take care of your business, alignment, assignment, execution.
Win the line.
Alignment, assignment, execution. Once we align, you line up. You know, line up in your spots. You know your assignment, and then you execute the play. So that's pretty much how we ride on philosophy.
Alignment, assignment, execution. I like that.
Yeah, I
like that. That's good.
So your assistant coaching staff is just about all former Trojans. How big is that?
It's huge. You know, especially when you have former alumnus coming back and actually giving back the way that they need to be. You know, Faird is a different part of the world. You know, and you need Faird people coaching Faird kids.
Absolutely.
You know, that's just what I believe.
And that's shown through the years. You're right.
So what makes Faraday such a unique place and such a great place for you, and why is it a good fit for you?
Just the community. You know, growing up in the community, I never had an issue with anything. On the job, my parents made sure, you know, I went to school, did what I was supposed to do, went to practice. You know, I always put out there, you got stuff to do in the world, so make sure you take care of your business, or we can take care of you. You know, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is, you know, I respect my parents. My dad passed last year, right before the Platinum game, and he just left me with, you know, son, you got the keys now. You got to try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, you were talking about being a former player at Faraday. What kind of advantage does that give you playing in the same system that you're coaching now?
Well, it's the system that I'm coaching now is way different.
Maybe not the system, the same school, the same.
Yeah.
Trying
Okay.
to keep with that code. Yeah, maybe the system's
the
not
coach.
the right word. Yeah.
I mean, it's still JYD. It's still JYD. We have to that's a brand that's pretty much is worldwide, because I don't care what part of the world you go to, you're gonna find somebody that's part of the junkyard. You
Yeah.
know, so that's it's a crazy thing, but it's true. Just representing our school in the best way we know how, making sure our kids stay disciplined, their character is top notch, you know, and things like that. And you know, we just look forward to representing our school.
Yeah.
Now you scrimmaged Richwood last week.
No.
Who'd you scrimmage last week?
No, our scrimmage is tomorrow.
Yeah. Did you scrimmage some other last week? I know you got the jamboree.
No.
Okay, you're scrimmaging Richwood tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Madison.
you scrimmaged in Madison. That's where our buddy
Levi.
Yeah, he's there, and that'll be kind of fun. What are you going to be looking for there?
We just got to work out all the kinks. You know, we hadn't put on we hadn't went against anyone since May. So we're just looking forward to getting out there, letting the kids line up, assign, play, you know, execute and things like that, and really just seeing where we are as far as the competitiveness. You know, we know we can play football, but at the same time, we got to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know.
And you got almost a new backfield. How is that working out?
Well, it's just you know, when they buy in, it's gonna be good for us. And right now they're pretty bought in, because you know you got Rylan Martin, Jerry Joe Griffin, and Marion Smith. They're gonna be three tough jokers to handle.
A lot of times, and we'll get to some of these players. A lot of times we talk about players who are great on the field, but I kind of want to come from a different angle. Why don't you talk about a couple of the players who are just leaders on your team?
One being Maurice Smith. We call him Burger. You know, Burger on them. He's serious about football. I don't know if he eat at home. He probably just be watching clips of football all night after practice. But he got the football IQ. He got the football mentality. He believes in it. He know what it can do for him. You know, he showed leadership, you know, all the time, and we expect that from our seniors. He's just one that stand out alone. And then Desmond Jefferson. Desmond Jefferson is incoming. He's a returning kid. Sophomore this year, led us in receiving, yards, receptions, and touchdown. He's coming back. Desmond's not real vocal, but he leads by an example.
Yeah, that's what it takes to have. I think a successful football team or a successful team in business or anything, you've got to have leaders. You want talented people, but to me, leadership is just as important as talent. And like you said a while ago, buying in. Yeah. And it takes sometimes they don't always want to hear from coach. Sometimes they need that guy on the team that says, "Hey, man, don't worry about what coach is saying. I'm telling you." Yeah. And
then on top of that, both of them are honor students. So
that's awesome.
Which is even better. That's right.
So last year Of course, they've divided up into select, non-select.
Mhm.
I think you guys ended up in a good district and, one you can compete in.
Mhm.
Of course, there's been a lot of flack about it, and there's an injunction going on, and they're supposed to talk about it, I think Monday. Is it August
I don't know.
21st?
I'm hoping soon.
Yeah. But I would think you'd be happy where you are.
Well, it's they just have to balance it out.
Mhm.
They just have to balance it out. Make things. We're not looking for no excuse. We're not looking for anything. Somebody to do us a favor. But the thing is, if you want to have a successful association, you got to make it level all the way around.
Right.
You know.
Right. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, we're talking earlier about the new field.
Mhm.
How's it going?
Man, I actually stepped on it for the first time yesterday. The guys that's doing the work, in certain parts it's still kind of soft, but for the most part, I'll say from the home sideline to outside the hash toward the visitor sideline is matted.
Okay.
So it's growing good. The water's being put on it. You can see the grass. It actually started turning green. A week after they put it down.
You might have the only green grass in town.
Yeah.
So, got to talk about your daughter Chloe as well. She was a trainer with Tech last year. Now she's at Grambling.
Yeah. She's transferred to Grambling to finish her last 2 semesters. Hey, Chloe, happy birthday, honey.
Happy birthday, girl.
Today, my older daughter's birthday. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's finishing up her last year, and I told her you only have 17 months this fall, and you got 17 months in the spring. That's it. You gotta be graduating, but she's just been blessed to receive a job in West Monroe working with physical therapy. She's doing
awesome.
sports science at Grambling. So God been blessing us and been blessing
awesome.
her.
She's a great gal.
Yeah.
She's a super person.
Yeah, I think we got time for a couple more questions, and I'll go first, Joey, and I'll let you kind of wrap it up with us. But I've been asking all the coaches this. Record aside, I know we want to win every game, but what's something that you would consider this a successful season that you're looking for from the guys on the team?
If our guys can, first thing is staying out the principal's office. We gotta keep them out the principal's office. We've been doing a great job with that. The guys understand what we expect of them. Their expectations. Some of them don't understand what it is to have expectations because they haven't been introduced to it. But having a successful season is just going out there executing to, a high level. It's one of them things where they just got to make sure that they not leaving anything on the field.
Yeah, kind of like the old John Wooden. It's not you're not competing against the other team. You're trying to get the most out of yourself. That's right. Yeah.
Well, being a coach at Faraday, it doesn't end with football practice, and I mean, it's like you say, it's different. I mean, you're a dad to a lot of those kids.
Yeah, we got a whole staff that's locked into trying to help these kids. We spend a lot of time with them more than we have with our own families. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. That as a coach, you sacrificing family time. But that's something that we sign up for, and that's something that we're gonna make sure that we do.
And these kids come to y'all before they even go with their parents.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, that's right.
But at the same time, we just ask the same thing the parents ask from us. We ask from the parents. Just support us in what we're doing for your child.
Absolutely.
Well, that kind of leads me in. I was going to say, lastly, do you have anything that you want to say to the parents, the fans, or anything like that before we get out of here to kind of set the expectations for the season?
Year 2, second go around.
Brick by brick.
Brick by brick. We just ask everybody to come out, support us, continue to support Faraday High School football, Faraday High School. We got to lift these kids up, lift the coaching staffs up, because we do get tired sometimes. But we just look for y'all support. Tomorrow evening, in Tallulah, Louisiana, we scrimmage in Madison High School and Bastrop High School. So we look forward to seeing you all. And hey, it's Trojan Nation.
JYD, right?
JYD.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out. We're going to hit a quick break, and we'll be back with Vidalia High Coach Josh West.
Good job, buddy.
All right. Look, I'm getting a little better, man.
Playtime, game time. Anytime is a good time at Magnolia Bluffs Casino Hotel. Soak up the fun with our $100,000 sizzling hot Zoom ball giveaway and $10,000 cash grand prize. It's your time to win at Magnolia Bluffs Casino Hotel. It's always a good time. Visit MagnoliaBluffsCasino.com.
If you like what we're doing here at Miss Lou Champion Spotlight, make sure to like, follow, share on Facebook and Instagram, and visit our website, MissLouChampions.com. It costs you nothing, and it helps us to continue to shine the spotlight on awesome people right here in our community. All right, we are back from the beautiful Playmakers Sportsbook Lounge right here at Magnolia Bluffs Casino. And we are joined now by Mr. Josh West, Vidalia High School. We appreciate you coming out and joining us. Yes. Got my buddy Troy back there. Shout out. My man traveling the world over there. So glad you got him over here with us for a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, congrats on the job, and we'll let Joey start out. We'll kind of lead us in.
All you have to do is wind him up, and he's going.
Okay.
But Josh, 10th coach at Vidalia High, and like you say, you grew up in Vidalia and followed some of those teams. I know you talked about Daryl Mays, watching him play, and that was what, 99.
Daryl was 99. Yeah,
that boy could run. I remember Daryl.
Yeah. You know what was funny is they played Christian Life in the playoffs.
I was there,
and Christian Life watered the field down big time.
I remember that.
And they had Michael Clayton and Stephon LaForce, and they had a team. But yeah, well, talk about. I mean, Josh, you applied for this job before. How does it feel to finally get it?
I realized the other night that I'm having fun.
That's what it's about, buddy.
I walk around practice, and I have a staff of guys I trust and I love working with. I have great kids that I'm working with, and being a head coach has been an adjustment because I'm so used to being an assistant, being hands-on, doing things, and I got guys that take a lot of load off of me, and they doing a lot of good teaching with our kids. And I'm just blessed to be in the position I'm in. The resources have been outstanding, the community support and everything, and it dawned on me, man. I'm having a blast.
That's awesome.
I didn't know coaches could have fun.
Right. Exactly.
Wish somebody would have told our coaches that back in the day, huh?
Well, what I liked about it, I mean, you came in, you wanted to talk the Lions Club right off. You hit business leaders, and you know what it takes to build a program. And I was just real impressed with how you just hit the ground running and getting out there.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. You know, when you have a small town community like this that gets around the team and they show the support, it's very motivating, and you understand you're not doing it alone. You have people that want to see you win, not just win games, but they want to see the kids be successful, and they have your back and support you. And I think that's been the biggest thing ever. I haven't been in a position like this to where I can go to different businesses and ask for the support, and everybody's gun-ho and excited.
Well, you made it fun for the kids with the pictures you're taking. I know you had Matt Long. Is that a lake somewhere?
Yeah.
And he, just his helmet on and sticking up out of the water. You couldn't find an alligator to put in there?
Nah.
I thought he just couldn't swim whenever I thought of it.
But that's great stuff.
They said his feet got stuck in the mud.
I believe that.
318 pounds submerged in the water.
But that's the kind of stuff you're bringing to kids, and they're getting excited about it, and they're buying in.
Right. And that's the biggest thing.
Well, kind of piggybacking off what you said a while ago is what is the difference between building a good team and building a program?
Program, you have to include everybody, not just the players. Program starts from administration, teachers, school, and establishing a standard, you know, what your standard is, expectations, rules, your norms. And that's what we're doing, trying to build off of the tradition that we already have, watching some of the seniors lead stretches and do different things to show some of the tradition that's already been there. We just want to reestablish that kind of stuff and make Vidalia more than what it's been in the past.
And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
no. Well, when I say more, when you say establishing tradition and you're talking about building a program, all that goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know, what's important about being a Viking?
Absolutely.
Having those young guys want to be Vikings. You know,
Yes, that's what I was going to jump in and ask. How do you get where does the buy-in begin? Are you trying to reach the sixth graders and start getting them to buy in?
I want the babies.
Yeah.
I asked one of my students yesterday when she's going to allow a little brother to come out. He plays quarterback on the little league team.
Okay.
And we want those kids to be invested in the program and as early as we can get them.
Yeah.
Hey, look, when he was holding his camp, he was going out to every little kid.
every kid. But we want them to have pride in being a Vidalia Viking and coming up to the high school, middle school, and then high school, and that blue and that red is special to them.
Yeah.
And I'm big on intrinsic motivation. I look at kids like Matt Long,
Mhm.
when you got little crews and these smaller kids looking up to you, and they come out and they say, Matt, I came here to support you. You don't want to let them down, and that's a big thing.
And another thing I found interesting is, you won several championships at the middle school at Natchez, and you told me, and I just kind of blew my mind. I'm over here now at Natchez Middle School. I had kids coming from different areas. Some of them were rivals,
Right.
And you had to bring them all together, which is something you don't have to worry about here.
Not at all. No, not at all. That's definitely that was definitely the situation. Not to go too deep into that.
Yeah.
But the difference in the camaraderie we talked about earlier with these kids in Concordia Parish and Vidalia, those kids, they hang together. They're all related in a sense. So and you can see that they have a family type culture, and it is very refreshing.
Yeah.
We have leaders on our team. We have kids that are self-driven, that I don't have to ask them to do things 2 or 3 times. And I'm just excited. I could go all day talking about the kind of kids that we have.
I can vouch for you. I know a lot of the kids at Vidalia that graduated last year and some of the ones from this year.
Yeah.
I've been saying for several years. I've known them for 4 or 5 years now. And I told some of the guys, Coach Kell and all of them, as they went into high school, I said, man, y'all got a good group coming. I'm telling you.
When you have kids like Barry Davis,
that's right,
Lewis Jordan, that work during the summer painting the school, and they're coming in and they're working out with us, and then they're going to work.
Yeah.
Right.
Tyson Davis working on his pass rush skills on his own.
Yeah.
And going out and cutting grass behind.
Yeah. Good kids.
Good kids. I can't harp on that enough.
So what has been the big surprise or shock to you about being a head coach?
The biggest surprise to me has been the support. I've heard so much, my brother, from my family members, how much the support will be, and y'all, I can't really put in words how true that was. When I go places, people know me that I don't know. And people are always reaching out and trying to figure out what they can do to help. And it's been overwhelming in a positive way. And it really motivates me to go out there. I don't have to make myself or motivate myself to give my best. I have to have somebody, Rue. I let Rue come out and keep time in practice. Ruru. Yeah. Everybody knows Ruru.
Oh, yeah.
So Ruru is our timekeeper.
That's awesome.
Because when I'm out there coaching, I don't keep overtime. I'm coaching.
Yeah.
I'm having fun. I'm teaching. And it's been exciting, man. So the biggest surprise has been the support, but how excited I've been doing this.
So, and that's another thing. Are you going to have to temper your emotions as a head coach?
I can't help me. I can't control that. On the sideline, I want to say I am. But as far as my brother would always tell me, be myself, be who you are. I don't want to hide that. Sometimes I have to try to calm down. Yeah. But that's what got me to where I am.
Absolutely.
So that's who I am, and I want to continue to be there for the kids. Those kids are excited about me, like I'm excited about them, and the staff that we have. We have guys that stay in that building after the kids leave, and we talk for hours.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And through text and everything else. So I'm excited, man.
Well, I can tell you, you've got more hair than the guy that was coaching whenever I was at school.
No comment on that.
I can't do a Vidalia show without talking a little bit of Coach Fairclough. That's my buddy. So he built a lot of this that you're trying to kind of reestablish and all of that. Great guy, great man. But I have to pick up. We've been picking on each other a long time.
What a guy.
What a guy. That's right. So let's talk a little bit about kind of your coaching style. Let's talk a little bit about what your philosophy is as a coach and all of that.
Well, if I had to pick a style, I think I'm a player's coach. I think I'm the type of coach that I build my relationships with my players, and then I can ask you to go hit somebody for me or run a play. You know, when it comes to knowing who you're dealing with and what their motivation is, I'm big on knowing your why in that kind of situation. Why do you play football? Why do you put yourself through this? And then I can know how to motivate you. As far as scheme wise and that kind of stuff, I had a coach McCullen tell me all of it works, whether you run the wishbone, or you empty in the spread. You know, but we're a spread based team. We want to get the players the ball in space. You know, the cliche things that they always say. You're always copying off of somebody else. You know, being creative, and I'm big on making sure that I keep the kids engaged with creativity. You know, not being the same all the time. You know, I don't want to give too much away, but at the same time, having a little razzle dazzle. And when kids are comfortable coming to me as the head coach with ideas, and I say, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. You know, but that's a counter to what we have already in place. Oh, you're right, coach. Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff. And then when he goes out there and runs, he's excited. He's ready to run. Yeah. You know, because he feels like he was a part of the process. So my style is to be the coach that the kids enjoy working with. That'll fight for, and know that I have their best interests at heart as a person. You know, I've lost a couple kids in the past. I get emotional talking about that. But that's the most important aspect of this is the kids.
The human aspect, the human element.
Yeah. So I'm just a coach. You got to go out and play. I just told my quarterback this morning, you got to go out and play. So,
well, you're always optimistic, and I'll talk to you about losing the jamboree, but you're always, hey, it's just one of those things. They just got to move on.
Move on. We'll do a scrimmage together, and I look at it like this: it's all about perspicacity, different perspective, right? No jamboree is one less time somebody else got a chance to see what we're doing.
That's right.
You know,
keep all
out. We'll come out when we have to.
That's right.
Yeah, yes, sir.
You're gonna be keeping stuff under the vest for a while, I believe.
Yeah. We're trying.
Well, of course, if any school would be happy about getting a change in the select non-select, I would think it'd be y'all, because there's no way y'all should be Division III non-select.
Yeah, you're right. Well, you know, we're looking at the competition, and I tell people all the time, it's not about who we play; it's more about what we do. Yeah. And I don't really harp on being non-select, select who we playing. You know, at the end of the day, if we don't have confidence in what we're doing, it doesn't matter who we're playing. Yeah. You know, we control what we can control. And at the end of the day, whoever lines up against us, we got to play this game. You know, and I know we talk about that kind of stuff, but I don't really. It's not that important to me.
Right.
What can I do about it?
Line it up. Yeah, that's right. Control what's in your control. I always say, control what's in your control and pray about the rest.
You know, I'm coming from Natchez. Well, we went to Wayne County my first year. I had the backup quarterback take me on a tour of $4 million facility. You talking about leagues and all that kind of stuff, you know. By halftime, I was a running back coach. By halftime, I was telling John Ferguson, man, you just keep fighting. You just keep fighting, you know.
Yeah. What did you play in high school?
I didn't play in high school. I stopped when I got to high school.
Really?
I tell people this story. I'm glad you asked me that. I played safety in middle school. Okay. And I tell kids all the time I wasn't confident in myself. I started. I was back there. I still wanted to ask my coach, Coach Tillman, what did you see in me back then to where you put me on that field? Because I didn't feel like I was confident in myself. And one thing that I do as a coach, if you're out there for me, that kid is confident. He knows his reads. I heard Coach Cummins speaking about assignment, alignment. Yeah. We did the 5 A's in that, just attitude, alignment, assignment, aggression, and accountability. Yeah. If you have all that going on, then when you go out on the field, you can play fast. Yeah. You can play with some kind of aggression. And that's my motivation as a coach. Is make sure my kids have all those traits when they step on that field. The confidence that you need to play this game of football, you can't do it without.
Got to play fast.
Got to play fast. Yeah. You know?
Well, I know now that your first home game is against Block, the 15th. You got to be excited about that first home game.
Definitely. Those guys are busting their tails, working on their field.
Yeah.
I go out there every day to see the progress. Like I said, there was something that was in place before I got the job, so it's something out of my control. I'm thankful that the kids have a new field to play on. And we're definitely excited to play that first home game. To show these people what we've been working on. And like I said, I don't want to spill what's going on in practice and whatnot, but we have some dynamic kids. Kids that are meeting the standard. We're becoming more physical every day, and we're adding bodies. We're adding kids that want to play. I'm going to the school and I'm asking different kids from other sports to play. We counted 52 kids.
Wow.
On Tuesday.
Wow.
That's
a big deal.
Great. It's a great number.
It's a big deal, man.
We want to do that.
I'm really glad that I got to meet you today, because one of the things I'm looking forward to is getting over to the high school and visiting with those kids. They're not kids anymore. They're young men, and visiting with those young men and seeing their development, seeing their growth on and off the field. I'm looking forward to coming and seeing them, telling Mr. Ronnie's be over there to see him soon.
Hey, you come whenever.
Joey, I think we probably have time for one more question.
One thing I've been impressed about as well is I'll be riding around town or back from Faraday, and you've got kids out there on their own working.
Yes.
And that says a lot, doesn't it?
It says a lot. As a coach, as a father, I tell my son, he said he wanted to play football. I said, well, son, you got to start showing me that you're going to be intrinsically motivated to do what you need to do to play. Get up in the morning and do your push-ups and tell me what you did, things of that nature. And when you have kids that stay after practice and work on their craft, what else do you want? And
that's leadership.
That's leadership. The standard is so high.
Mm-hmm.
They're meeting it, man. And I'm rooting for them, but at the same time, I expect so much from certain kids. Where I talked about Tyson Davis going out, he likes to take his hoop out there and work on his hoop in his hand, all that kind of stuff, man. These kids, Lewis Jordan, I had to kick him off the field, and that's a good problem.
That's great.
That's a good problem.
Yeah. Well, life is going to be a lot longer than this football season, and those are transferable qualities that will serve them well for the rest of their lives. And as they come back, and they may be on your staff in a few years, or who knows where they may be, man. They may be running their own businesses or whatever. So what they're learning today is much bigger than a win or a loss. It's gonna serve them well from here on out. Yeah.
Also related.
Well, real quick, but before we get out of here, I'd like to say thank you for coming on. But is there anything that you'd like to say to the parents and the fans going into the season?
We appreciate your support. We are fighting every day, working with these kids, working with our administration and school to make sure that we bring the best possible product to DFAT Claus Stadium. And we're working on the sound system.
That's good.
Field,
again.
And we expect to have a packed stadium. We want to see the community support. We want to bring the kids out, and we want everybody to be proud of the product that we put on that field.
And one other quick thing. One of my favorite all-time coaches is Sam West. How has he paid an impact on your life?
Oh, man, when I think about the standard for myself, I think about him. I ask him for his opinion and whatnot, but when he tells me he's proud, then I know I did something. And
he won state championships in basketball at North Natchez, and great coach.
He reached out to me a while ago, and he just was expressing that he was proud. And that gave me butterflies because, like awesome. You say, that's my uncle. But at the same time, I know he's done this, and I grew up watching him.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to have him on my side. And if he's in my corner saying, hey, you're doing a good job, then I know I'm doing something right.
Yeah, that's right, man. You got those guys you want to make proud. Yeah, and you're that guy, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to be
that
guy.
That's yes, right. Sir, yes. That's right. Well, we appreciate you coming out. And, good luck this season. And I look forward to. I'll be out there. I'll be out there on some sidelines. So. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Hey guys, we'll be right back. Thank you to Josh West for coming in from Vidalia High School. We'll be right back with Miss Denise Parker from Magnolia Bluffs Casino. Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. I want to tell you about our awesome partners, J.E. Hicks Distributing Company, also known as Hicks Chicks. Hicks Chicks is a local, family-owned food distribution company that has been serving the Miss Lou since 1945. You already know they serve all of your favorite restaurants, but did you know they are also open to the public? Hicks has a variety of food products, including delicious heat and eat options like chicken and dumplings, white bean chicken chili, lasagna, and gumbo. They also carry a wide variety of seafood options like shrimp, crabs, tuna steaks, salmon, and catfish. And don't forget about their famous TNT burgers that are already pattied up for you and their amazing dessert options. So go see the awesome team at Hicks Chicks at 1380 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Natchez. Hicks Chicks, way more than just chicken.
Welcome to your new hospital, Trinity Medical. Located in Faraday, Trinity Medical is the only acute care facility in the Tri-Parish area. Here you will find an active pursuit of holistic health, a strong, honest group of clinicians, and a consciousness of others that transcends the 80,000 square feet committed to you and your loved ones. Trinity Medical. People you know, caring for people you love.
Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. We're out at our awesome partners, Greg Veterinarian Clinic, and we are in the back in the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. I'm standing in the Magnolia Bell Suite, which is one of 5 elite boarding suites available to your 4-legged furry friends when you travel this summer. Each suite comes with a private bed, flat screen TV, 24/7 video monitoring, and a sliding door so your pet feels like they're home. They provide one-on-one walking and activities in a fenced-in private backyard. So call Greg Vet Hospital today and request your pet suite at the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. They'll leave the light on for you. Call Greg Veterinary Hospital today.
Playtime, game time. Anytime is a good time at Magnolia Bluffs Casino Hotel. Soak up the fun with our $100,000 Sizzlin' Hot Zoom Ball giveaway and $10,000 cash grand prize. It's your time to win at Magnolia Bluffs Casino Hotel. It's always a good time. Visit magnoliabluffscasino.com.
If you like what we're doing here at Miss Lou Champion Spotlight, make sure to like, follow, share on Facebook and Instagram, and visit our website, MissLouChampions.com. It costs you nothing, and it helps us to continue to shine the spotlight on awesome people right here in our community. That.
Okay, we are open 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We're open from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. in our table games department.
Okay.
slots on the weekends is open a couple of hours longer, but untable games, we are 10 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Okay.
And what are some of those table games?
Some of the table games that we have are, of course, craps, roulette. We have double deck blackjack. We have 3-card poker, ultimate Texas Hold'em,
Yep.
which is a progressive game, and it's a one of our favorites around here. We also have Trilux, which is just a variation of blackjack. It's just a regular blackjack game with a couple of side bets on it. So.
And then it says with the craps, it says maybe is that Wednesday through Sunday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we open craps Wednesday through Sunday. We'll have the mini tub open on Wednesday and Thursday. Then Friday and Saturday we have our big game open, and that opens at 6 p.m. on those days.
Okay, and then I'm seeing live poker here.
Live poker here. We have No Limit Hold'em is the game that they have, and I believe it's 2 and 5 blind, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, and that's Thursday through Saturday.
Yes, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we have a live poker game.
I imagine you have a lot of people come from out of town and all over, huh?
We do. It's a very interesting job because you get to meet people from everywhere. So, like I say, you never know what you're going to walk into that day.
Every day's different. Huh?
I'm always amazed. You know, ever since the I guess I don't know. It's been years now, but when poker became so big on TV, I meet guys and they're like, "Well, I'm a professional poker player." I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. Until,
what a way to make a living, right?
Yeah, I thought that was just on the westerns.
Yeah, so no, it's a real thing for sure.
I don't think I'm a very good poker player because my face always tells my
can't
story.
bluff, can't bluff, can you?
Yeah. Yeah. So what is this monthly hot seats drawing?
Monthly hot seat drawing we do in our table games department. We have it 2 Sundays a month. This Sunday happens to be one coming up. Okay. So just come down, pick a lucky seat, and when they spin that wheel, then maybe you'll be the lucky winner. And we have 2 winners every hour of $100 in promo chips, and that's from 5:30 to 9:30.
Okay,
that's awesome.
So is that is it like a certain Sundays? Is it like the second and fourth, or is it like the first and
every
third?
Other Sunday. And on our mailers we'll have the dates of the drawing and everything.
Okay, so. And I'm sure you can follow you guys on Facebook too.
Correct.
And
correct. So.
And then I'm looking here just at the FAQs is the minimum bets.
Minimum bets. They vary by game and by time of day. We have a $5 game on the weekend until 4 o'clock every weekday, and then at 4 the limits will change. So
okay. All right, and then I like this part because I'm not very good at this stuff, but it's just talking about how you don't need to be intimidated, which helps a guy like me.
Yeah, and a lot of people when they come in for the first time, they are a little intimidated when they sit back and watch. But any of our dealers here, they will be more than happy to sit down and go over the basic strategies of the game and help you learn how to play and have a good time here with us.
Okay. Well, is there anything else that you want to say to the viewers that may want to come out and play some table games?
Just come on down. We'd love to have y'all.
All right. I think I appreciate you coming out.
I appreciate the opportunity.
I'm actually going to see Drew this weekend, I believe. Those guys are hosting out at Honey Break. They're hosting some friends of mine do a dream hunt.
That's a wonderful,
and they're doing the fundraising part of it this time. This weekend, so I'll see Drew this weekend.
Well, tell him I said hello.
I'm gonna tell him you talk bad about it.
No,
I'm not gonna do that. Well, thank you for coming out. We're gonna get
guys.
Oh my goodness!
Wow!
Wow!
Oh man, the best part of the show.
Look at that.
Always
smells wonderful.
Well, Tim, you want to hop in? Thank you so much.
Okay.
Dixie chicken salad.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Soak up the fun with our $100,000 Sizzling Hot Zoom Ball giveaway and $10,000 cash grand prize. It's always a good time. Visit MagnoliaBluffsCasino.com.
If you like what we're doing here at Miss Lou Champion Spotlight, make sure to like, follow, share on Facebook and Instagram, and visit our website, MissLouChampions.com. It costs you nothing, and it helps us to continue to shine the spotlight on awesome people right here in our community. All right, guys, we are back at the beautiful Playmakers Sportsbook Bar and Grill, and we're almost to my favorite part of the show. Not Tim, the sandwich. No, Tim's my buddy, and Tim is here today we got a pick of the week, and we got a little information. So let's start with information first.
We'll be quick so that your food doesn't get cold. Those Dixie chicken sandwiches look delicious. We'll be stealing those French fries. So we got all kinds of bets that you make this week at the Sportsbook. We've got an action-packed slate of NFL preseason games kicking off tonight with Cleveland Browns and Philadelphia Eagles, going all the way through the weekend. So come on down, check that out. There's also some mixed martial arts bets up on the board. There's a UFC on Saturday you can bet on, and of course, baseball season's in full swing. So stop down, check out the Sportsbook, visit with our team here. They'll get you all set up. We've got a special pick of the week this week. We're looking at the Las Vegas Raiders -3.5 going to Los Angeles to play the Rams. So that's the pick this week. Las Vegas Raiders -3.5 visiting the Rams in LA.
Hey, look, that's the way the Raiders looked the other day against the 49ers. That's probably a good pick. And the Rams are going to have a tough year ahead of them.
That's right.
I'm looking forward to that to college and the NFL season. So, and you guys will be showing the games.
That's right. All the games are on all weekend long.
I'm telling you, if come down here, if you haven't been down here to watch a game, if you haven't been down here for lunch, I'm telling you, it's awesome. I like to just hang out down here. I feel at home. I told you last week, the only thing that I'm complaining about is that the chairs are too comfortable.
That's right.
I might end up falling asleep down here.
One more quick plug. If anybody out there is still waiting to do their NFL fantasy football draft or any type of fantasy football draft, we've got a great room here, our VIP lounge right off the restaurant. You get all the food and drinks you want. There's a bunch of TVs in there as well. You can hook your computer right up to one of the TVs and run your draft right off of there. It's a real cool spot. You can stop in the casino or talk with Annie over at the hotel who handles our group bookings. But it's a great spot if you're looking for somewhere to do a fantasy football draft or any type of fantasy draft.
Craig's not going to change that point spread now.
Craig's not going to change the point spread, no. Not unless somebody comes in and fires aggressively on it, then we might have to adjust.
Yeah, that is a great room for fantasy football. So we appreciate you, Tim, for having us. We appreciate the casino for having us out. Lots of great feedback from the show so far. I feel like we've been doing it for a year already. I mean, it feels like home.
Feels comfortable, absolutely.
Yeah, it's really fun. We want to say thank you to Mr. Cleothas Cummings and Mr. Josh West for coming out. They were both great guests. We got some really good coaches around here, man. Really good leaders. Thank you to all of the viewers out there for tuning in. Make sure to follow Miss Lou Champion Spotlight, the Concordia Sentinel, and Magnolia Bluff Casino all on social media accounts. Subscribe to our Miss Lou Champions newsletter. You can go to our website, MissLouChampions.com, and do that. We'll see you every week at 10:30 right here.
That's right.
And thank you to all of our awesome partners, all of our awesome Miss Lou Champion partners, including Magnolia Bluffs Casino, including Concordia Sentinel, including Hicks Chicks, and so many more out there that make everything that we do possible. Just want to say God bless to everybody out there. And as always, have a champion day. If you like what we're doing here at Miss Lou Champion Spotlight, make sure to like, follow, share on Facebook and Instagram, and visit our website, MissLouChampions.com. It costs you nothing, and it helps us to continue to shine the spotlight on awesome people right here in our community. Hey guys, Ronnie Calhoun here with Miss Lou Champion Spotlight. We're out at our awesome partners, Greg Veterinarian Clinic, and we are in the back in the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. I'm standing in the Magnolia Bell Suite, which is one of 5 elite boarding suites available to your 4-legged furry friends when you travel this summer. Each suite comes with a private bed, flat screen TV, 24/7 video monitoring, and a sliding door so your pet feels like they're home. They provide one-on-one walking and activities in a fenced-in private backyard. So call Greg Vet Hospital today and request your pet suite at the Barkley Pet Hotel and Spa. They'll leave the light on for you. Call Greg Veterinary Hospital today.